Okay, here go to toolbox, place one label, place a label, and this label I'll have the property as emp name, and beside it I'll put one text box here, text box. Now one point is I can type the name when I run my code. I'll give the property name, I'll give txt ename. Go to properties, go to tool, solution explorer, common.cs, open designer. Okay, select text box, go to properties. We have a property called name. Here I write txt name, ename or emp name, anything is fine. Yes, now what did I say just now is when I run my code, I can input my name here. I can input the name directly. But instead, what I'm saying is, instead of typing the name, it is better if I get the name automatically. So to get the names automatically, I'll feed some names in it. So go to properties. Here I have auto complete custom source. We have one property. Browse it and give all the names here. Reddy, Sarmas, Ahmad.
It's just like a list.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
we are providing.
We are giving list exactly. Fine. All the names, whichever I felt, you assume that I feed it some names. That is autocomplete custom source. Then you have to say autocomplete mode. Same, suggest append. Autocomplete source, custom source. Bas. Run the code now. Execute the application. I just said start without debugging. Now, especially for employee name, you see. Earlier, as I said, like as you input number, as you input age, as you input employee ID. Similarly, you can input employee name, but I'm not trying for employee name directly. I'm trying to have employee name in a different way now. Once I run this code, once the program is executed, now let's see how the process goes for input. Because two options I gave, autocomplete mode suggest append, autocomplete source, custom source I gave. Yesterday's session when we studied, it was like autocomplete source, that was file system.
File system.
Yes,
Right,
by
file
God.
system.
Here, employee name. I just say now R, S. If I say S, you find all the name starts with S will be displayed for us. I select Sharif. If I say R, all the name starts with R has been selected. Select Rida. A, all the name starts with A has been displayed for us. Do you understand?
Yes.
That is how you work on.
So one more thing I wanted to know with respect to this.
Uh,
So suppose if I type something new, which is supposed to be added to that custom source.
Yes, possible.
Can it be done?
Yes, 100% possible. We can. We can do it that way also. Fine.
For that, what
We
you
have to do. Like once again, actually, this process, what we have done, we wasted our time typing the names. It is better if it is if it is extracted from database. Already names are feeded in database, and we should get all the employee names from database.
okay, there will be data.
So there it will find actual usage. Instead of we adding a name into that collection, okay, I'll show you now that process also. I'll show you. This time you
Yeah,
did all this with code. We did all these things with properties, right? I delete this.
yeah,
I delete. Again, I put one more text box. Go to toolbox, text box. I go to properties. Then I'll go to name. TXT name. TXT name. TXT name I created. But this time I don't want to do with properties. I want to go with coding.
yeah.
So select the form, double click. Form load event is generated.
Yeah.
Now you type all your names in string array. String names. Give all the names. Whatever the names we gave there, same names I'll copy. Reddy. Sarmas. Ali. Sunil. Rehan. Piyush. Sharif. Ahmed. Rahil. Rao. Prem. Raju. Kiran. Fine. All the names I gave in the form of array. String array. Okay. Now what I'll do, all these names I have to put into one class object. That class is called autocomplete string collection. SC equal to new autocomplete string collection constructor. For each string S in names, sc dot add of S. So add all the names into string collection. Now you say txt emp name dot autocomplete custom source equal to sc txt emp name dot autocomplete mode is equal to autocomplete mode dot suggest append txt emp name autocomplete source equal to autocomplete source dot custom source. Bas. All the options I give. Execute, run, and you can find all these names available. This time we manage it with the help of coding now. We have written a program to do this process. Type same name, S. Yes, 3 names are there. R, some 6 names are there. If I say A, we have 2 names with A.
Okay.
Followed. So we have done 3 examples on this now. Autocomplete custom source. One we have done with file system. Second we have done with the names as custom source. And third, same thing we repeated for what? Coding part.
Good.
That's it. This is one more thing.
Can you show me one example to add one name to the existing ones?
So the same existing one. Okay.
Yes, I wanted to add a new name
Okay, fine.
to the existing one.
Okay, no problem. So for that, two options are there. First, you should type a name. You should type a name. Second, you have to search for it.
Yes.
You have to search, and then it should be
It is
added.
not exist.
Yeah. It should be added. Then that should be managed with the help of one event that is called text change event.
Text
Change event.
Okay.
Go on top. I should put this array as member now. Copy this. Declare here so that I can use there also. String names, array names. Remove this. Just say
So
name.
now it's a global.
No, it's global.
Right?
Yeah, global. Okay. Now what you want to do is, you want to write names equal to new string of some 50 names. Array, sorry. Why do we write all this? Direct I can do now. Take these names, direct you assign in class. Here you assign over equal.
So it is initial array.
Array. Member, that too. It is member.
Double semicolon.
Default names will be there. As you said, you want to add something into it. So here I added what text change event. First I'll see whether that name is available in that list or not. Right? So again a rule. This all goes lengthy now. Like I should go for auto-complete string collection also. Here. This I should copy. Second ready.
Yeah.
So, fine. So now what I should do is this auto-complete string collection object is there now. This object also I should create as member, which I already done. So from here I should remove this now. Okay. Then okay, these all things, however, I'll repeat. No problem. Just go there. What you have to do, you have to check whatever the name you gave is available or not. So I'll just write like this: string name is equal to txt emp name dot text.
Some local variable.
Some local variable. Then I should check for int index equal to 0. For each string s in names, if s is equals to name, then increment count plus plus. Take one variable as integer count equal to 0. Means if it is there only.
Okay.
If it is there, if your given name and string, if both are available, then what count will be incremented. If count is 0, then I say sc dot add name. If 0, well, if it is not there.
Okay.
You understand? And then rest of the things you should assign. Txt, these all things will be as usual. Copy this. I'll comment these last two lines. Yeah. Chalo, right. Let's try now. Execute the code. First, I'll type Sharif. So it won't add. I'll write something called Rahul. I don't have. Now just see whether it is added or not. R. Text change event.
Suggest you have disabled.
No, text change event will create a problem actually. We should create a button and check. That would be best, I feel. Because both of them are not working at a time. Custom source and these things, both are not working. So best is I have to put one button and check them. That is best, I feel. Because both properties are not working at a time. Okay?
So in real time also it will be like that only. If something is saved, so it automatically
real time they don't apply this process at all. Real time they depend on database itself. They work on database.
Here in our automation we have a situation. There I have seen that actually. So we used to add one text. So whenever we save that there is a complete record will be saved. Once it is saved, it will be automatically added to the database as well, and it will come in the same list.
That will come. That will come.
We are seeing that.
Also, we will also cover in ADO.NET. ये database नहीं है ना अभी. This is not database. So in database we will cover that.
Yeah.
What you said will be implemented there.
Okay. Yes. That can be done.
Yes, possible.
So if you wanted to see here, so we need to have one more button to see.
As of now. Okay.
So if it can be done, okay. Otherwise, we will cover there itself.
We'll see in database.
Yeah.
Then go to form1.cs.
You have to enable that.
Yeah, I remove this. Go on top. Yeah, that's this.
There you have to.
Yeah, it will work as usual. Yeah, it will work. Form load event. I removed that text change event.
Okay.
Now we will see one more event. Text change event. Actual scenario we'll see now. Text change event. So for that, what I'll do? Somewhere I put one label first. Somewhere here I put label. Some label. For practice purpose, I'm doing this. Go to properties and write the text for this label as project. Then go to toolbox. Then write place a text box. Go to properties. Name you give as txtp project. Go to toolbox. Again you write place a label. Go to toolbox. Place a label. Go to properties. Solution. Then place a text box. Here. Go to properties. txt s for solution. Okay. Now what you do, select the project, double click on it. Now simply assign txt s.text equal to txt p.text. That's it. Run the code. Now this is best example. Project I'll write. Parallelly, the same thing will be typed in solution. Text change. Delete. Parallel it will delete in the same. Our project solution, when we come across in designing console application, Windows Forms application, they are synchronized in this process. Type something in project, parallel it is typed in what? Solution.
What would we write, sir? Code?
Code just copying.
We are just assigning the
Assigning, project text to solution text. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. Now similarly, we'll do one more implementation. What else we can do without using text change event? As you asked me to put up your name directly. So what I can do is, okay, we'll do one thing. I'll type the name. Your solution we are trying to do again now. To add the name into string collection. Now what I'll do, I'll put key down event for this. We'll try that way. Key down event. Right click, go to properties, events. There is an event called what? Key down. Key down. Okay. Double click. Now, what I should do is I should check whether you pressed enter key or not. If e dot key code is equal to keys dot enter. If it is enter key, then we have to come up in this way. String s equal to txt emp name dot text. Compare for each string name in names. If s equal to name, count plus plus. Declare count. Set with 0. If name exists, count will be more than 1, more than 0. Okay. If not, it will say if count remains 0, then we say sc.add of s txt emp name dot auto complete custom source equal to sc. Bas. Try once. This part you try. Execute. Here I'll write a. Yeah, I'm getting all this time. Now I'll try to put a name which is not available. Okay. So I write here Yamini. Enter. Delete this. Say first A, I'm getting. I say Y, yes, you added.
Okay. So key press event we are using it for adding.
I better used key down event.
Key down.
Key down. Now I write like this. See.
1 second. Go to.
No, 1 second. Let me just try one more. I write here Arham. I gave one name. Enter. It's not there. Again I say A. That name is added there.
Yes.
Yeah. See this code. Key down event.
Auto completes. C.NS. Okay. So now it's dynamically adding to that list.
Yes, exactly. But still, whatever names you give are temporary only. They are not permanent.
Okay.
Because we are not adding to database.
Acha, acha, acha. I mean, that's once again, if I re-execute this program,
So whatever
the
the
default
name
list
you gave,
only it will come.
yes, exactly.
Default list.
Yes,
That will
dynamic.
only come. So,
Yes,
but it will
dynamic
not be
value.
added to that.
Yes, no, because they are not stored anywhere.
If we are using database, so then parallelly what we'll do,
Exactly.
we will add these
Yes.
things to database.
Database also.
So when
Next
we
time
are
when you
fetching
run a
it back, so
program,
it will come
next
automatically.
time when you run a program, the
Yeah,
dynamic values will be there for your accessing.
the data source will be database.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Okay, clear now? So it's added. Right. Now let's go with one
Clear.
more part. File, new project, Windows Forms application. This is one more part to be discussed. We are discussing for this text box event.
Yeah.
C:/batch 4 p.m. Okay. Yes, this is new project. C drive, this PC, C drive, batch 4 p.m. In that one new project just now we added. Windows Forms application 2 I added. Okay. Chalo, right. Now as usual, first I'm going to put label. Okay. Then I'm going to put text box. Then I'll put label. Then I'll put text box. Okay. Two labels, two text boxes. Right? Now I'll put two buttons. Beside it, I'll put one more button. Chalo, right. Two buttons. Button 1, go to properties. OK. Second button, go to properties. Cancel. OK. Go to properties. Here, name. BTN OK. For cancel, go to properties. BTN cancel. OK. For this label, go to properties. Events. Select. Delete. Yeah, it's gone. Here I go to properties. You just simply write label. Text is user name. Go to properties. Password. Arre. Select F4 events. Select that event and delete that. Delete this. Come back. Now you gave what for this ID? You check once. F4. Go to properties. Come down. I change this to txt username. For this, I go to properties. Txt password. Bas. Now what I want is, listen to me carefully. without writing username, I should not be allowed to go to password. Without
Username. Okay. Without
entering
username, I cannot enter into
you
password.
should not be allowed to go to password text box. Okay.
Achha.
So for that,
Okay.
first what I will do, I'll use one more control that is called error provider control. Drag and drop that control as well. Yes, drag and drop. Here it is on the bottom.
Okay.
Now what you do, select first text box. Okay, select first text box, go to properties, go to events. Okay, and there is an event by a name called validating event.
Validating.
Event name it is.
Achha.
Validating event. Okay, double click on that event. Yes. Now what you have to do, what I said, txt username dot text. If it is blank, means if you haven't entered anything in it, immediately it will provide you error provider indicator. Set error, txt username, and you want to get a message. Please enter username. And after that, cursor should be in the same text box. Cancel equal to true. If you have entered, then error provider one dot set error, then txt username blank space. Bas. Now we will see how this logic will work for us. After that, I'll make corrections. Execute the code. Yes, username. Okay. First you give username Sarmas, password Bangalore, something I give. Okay. Now I gave some password. I'm not writing exact program. No. Important is to understand what is
Yeah. Yeah.
validating event
Yes.
and what is
What
error product. So
concept?
nothing is there. Everything code is working for us. Normal. Okay. Run again. Now what am I doing? I'm not writing username here. I'm not entering. Without entering username, I'm trying to come to password directly here. So either you press tab key or you press mouse pointer. Anyways, the moment I use
Yeah.
tab key to go from username to password, since that username is not entered, your error provider is provided there.
Okay. That
Put your
explanation
cursor,
architecture.
it will give you a message. Please enter username, and it won't allow you to go to password text box until you don't input username.
Achha.
Acha, now you give the name.
Okay.
Reddy. I gave no. The moment I put tab,
Yeah.
cursor will come to password column and that error provider disappears from there. Yes, it is hidden.
Achha. 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 Okay. So these are the must fields so we can protect like this.
हाँ, exactly. जैसा उसमें रहता नहीं ईमेल अकाउंट क्रिएट करे तो स्टार मार्क्स
Star
कंपल्सरी
marks.
फील्ड
Okay.
हाँ those things will cover in ASP.NET ASP में ये C# का है ये वैलिडेशन ऑफ C#.
Yes.
अच्छा एक
C
प्रॉब्लम
sharp.
होता है इसमें एक प्रॉब्लम आ गया ये प्रोग्राम इज फाइन अच्छा है प्रोग्राम इट लुक्स गुड बट नाउ द प्रॉब्लम इज फॉर एग्जांपल आई एग्जीक्यूटेड माय एप्लीकेशन आफ्टर दैट I felt that I want to do something else in the program, so I have to close this application. Then you're
Yeah.
getting me. The problem is
Yes. Yes. That could be.
until unless you don't input username, even it won't allow you to close the form. You can't close.
Cha.
Only when you input something. Now if you close,
Okay.
it will allow.
Okay.
And one more thing. I'll
That
write
is right.
some code for OK button. Some code. Message box dot show OK button is clicked. Just a message, okay? वो console dot write line बोलते नहीं. Here message box dot show.
Yes. Send message.
Then message box dot show cancel button is clicked. बस run the code. अब देखो problem. Don't input username. Neither OK will work nor cancel will work. Only after giving something, then OK will also work. Then cancel will also. What I am saying is, OK if it works after entering text, okay, fine, agreed. It should work in the same way. But cancel should not be dependent on this username. Cancel should work independent of this validation.
At any moment you can.
It should. So for that reason,
Yes.
go to cancel button, go to properties. Under properties, there is a property called causes validation. यहाँ पे है. Just make it false. Now go to cancel button. Add two statements. This dot close.
That is even.
This dot dispose. Even a property था वो. Property. Causes validation is a property. I just turned it to false. Execute the code. Now see. Don't input anything. Cancel. Should work now. Even though I don't input username. Yes, cancel is working now. Because you said cancel button will work without validation. OK button will work only with validation. Now if I say OK, definitely that window will be closed now. Gone. Form is closed. This dot close means form dot close. This dot dispose means form dot dispose. Whatever memory allocated for form, that memory will be deallocated with dispose method. Close will close, dispose will deallocate the memory of the form.
Go to form.cs.
Yes. Go to form1.cs file and check.
Button cancel. But here we have written for cancel.
Cancel only.
But you have done that validation for both, sir?
No, validation I've done only for cancel button.
That
causes validation I've done only for cancel button.
Okay.
OK now will not. OK button will not work.
Okay.
OK button will not work for you until you don't give data there. See, OK doesn't work. Input something. OK will work now. Cancel will work independent. It won't check validation when you press cancel. Okay, clear? Acha, one more thing. I execute. Input username. Input password. Now, what I want is only I have to click OK, then only that OK button will work now.
Yeah.
You understand? What I'm saying is, after giving username and password, instead of me using mouse to click on OK button, it is better if I press enter key, it should work for OK button.
Okay, enter is nothing but OK.
Okay, I want like that now. Enter should work for OK. Escape key रहता ना keyboard पे, escape key. That should work for cancel.
Okay.
See, how do you make that work? How do you make? Select OK button. Go to property. Sorry. Select the form. And one more thing. You focus OK button border. Border. Okay, focus on border of OK button. I'm going now. Select the form, properties. Just come down. You'll have two properties there. Accept button. I select BT and OK. Please focus there. OK button border you see. Yes. What did you see?
Okay, highlighted.
That blue color border is applied.
Blue border highlighted.
Cancel button. BT and cancel. Niyaya isko. Border niyaya. Cancel is not applied with border, but OK is applied with border. So from today you remember, not only in our application, any Windows related application you find, whenever you find that a button is bordered with some color, indicating that it is used with enter key.
Okay.
Cancel
It means
button
that.
will be used with escape key. Ab run karo.
Okay.
Input now. Username Ahmed, password Sharif. I don't touch keyboard. I don't touch this mouse now. I press enter, enter, enter. OK button is clicked. I press escape. Cancel button is clicked.
Okay. So this is the property of the form, right?
Exactly. Properties of the form here.
Form
Accept button, cancel button.
Okay, accept button and button.
Clear? Huh? Now I'll give you two assignments today. I'll share these videos. I'll share that notes as well immediately now. Videos by evening I'll upload, but these notes I'll share with you so that you can do these two assignments.
Yeah.
First, let me complete the assignment so that at the end you take your mobile and take screenshot of it. Okay?
Okay.
This is a form. Right? Now in this form, I'll assign all these things available. First, product code, product name, quantity, price, amount, GST, percentage, GST, amount, total amount. Okay? Now, I put beside it all respective text boxes. This is for product code. Okay? Product code. The same thing I'll give for product name. The same thing I'll give for quantity. The same thing I'll give for price. The same thing I'll give for amount. The same thing I'll give for GST. The same thing I'll give for amount. GST amount. And I want to give total amount. Okay. Now what I want you to do is, when you run this program, you have to input product code. You have to input product name. You should input quantity. Should input price. After giving price, automatically amount, after getting the amount, it will ask you GST percentage. You give some products 14%, some products 8%, some products 3%, some number for rough calculation. You give some percent there, 14, 8, 12, something. The moment you give 8%, whatever percent you give, when you press enter, I should get GST amount and total amount which I'm supposed to pay there.
So price, I will enter up to the price.
Price
I will enter. So automatically,
you should get amount.
What will be get?
After getting the amount, it will ask you to enter GST.
Okay.
So you'll give GST 8%, 8, only 8. 8 was the 8% you assume. 8. 14. 14 means 14%. Once you give 14 there, the moment you put 14, automatically GST amount and total amount will be generated.
This is without button.
Without button. Text change event you can write now. Text change event लिख सकते ना.
Right.
तो automatic हो जाता ना. Price the moment you enter,
Yes, yes.
text change event will execute, amount is calculated. Then you input GST. For GST text box also you add text change event. Your GST amount and total amount is added. Cleared?
Okay. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. Right.
Followed or not?
Yes, yes, sir.
चलो ये इसका स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो पहले.
So I can use this text change.
If you have mobile with you, take screenshot of this. This is one assignment. Thermas, are you there?
काफी कल उसका नाइट ड्यूटी था.
Oh, okay. Did you take?
2 seconds, sir. I'm just taking the snapshot in the system itself.
अच्छा, okay. Otherwise, I'll share the video with you. But then you can even go through that way also. Over?
Okay, so this is finished.
Yeah, right. Now second assignment. The second assignment is here. You'll have a label first. Enter first value. Enter second value. Result. Add, subtract, divide, exit. 5 buttons I have. This is one text box for first value. This is second text box for second value. This is text box for result.
Add, it should be addition of the two, and then like simple.
Here I placed them. Now I have all my 5 buttons. Let us put here. Add. I'll put all of them with equal size. Add. Same thing will be applied for subtract, multiply, divide, everything. Add, okay? This button is for subtract. Right? This is for multiply.
Yeah.
For multiply. Same thing for division. Same thing for exit. Remove this. 5 buttons. I'll compress out my form as well. Yes. Now what I want you to do, I'll put all my validations here. Here. All these are conditions that you have supposed to apply. First rule. First rule. Listen. First rule is disable all buttons except exit button. First. Except exit, all buttons should be disabled. First, okay? Second, allow first and excuse me, text box only digits. Only digit should be there. First and second text box. Then disable third text box. Well, you should not allow data entry in it. It should be disabled. Fourth, make third text box read only as well. Disable also no problem. However, it won't go. Read only is not required also. Direct. You can just disable. It's better. Okay. Now, one more thing. When second value is entered, two conditions are there. If entered 0, then disable multiply divide buttons. Enable add subtract buttons. If entered greater than 0, then enable all buttons.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And now one more rule. Make user enter first value compulsory. First value compulsory. Only then it should transfer to second text box for second value to int.
Okay.
Sixth rule what we have is result label should be changed. Result label should be changed based on the operation performed.
Addition, subtraction.
Result should be changed to add. So on.
Okay.
समझ में आ गया? Followed everything?
So if we are performing addition, so it should show add. Addition. Result of addition.
Okay. And one more thing, at the last I'll highlight, at the end I'll highlight, and that point for 7 is write common method for calculations. You should write one event, and that should allow you for all operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. ले लो, स्क्रीनशॉट ले लो इसका, ये एक असाइनमेंट है.
So any button it clicks, so
common method should execute. वो याद है ना, sender variable, sender. You remember? Sender variable.
Yes. No. So that I am not aware of it. Anyways, I'll try. So that I haven't used it.
I didn't say that. Common method for calculations.
No, sir.
No problem. Just take screenshot. I'll show you that one example now.
1 second.
I'll show you that example so that you can implement that same in this program.
Yeah.
Over.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Chalo, right. Now I'll show you that example. Here, I'll just put two buttons here.
It means that based on,
Here, button 1 I placed. Then I'll put second button. And we know very well, for button 1 you can write separate click event, for button 2 you can write separate click event.
right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have said you this for that events. Whoa, allow only digits.
Hello.
Allow only
Okay.
digits. Employee ID should be allowed numbers. OTP should be allowed numbers. Age should be allowed numbers, so that you should accept only digits in these three text boxes. Instead of writing 3 times same logic, you can write common method as it. Allow digits, we have written one method for all the 3 text boxes. Chalo, anyways, no problem. You can just listen to it at least. Go to properties. Here I'll have some name I'll give. Add. Go to button 2. Go to properties. Multiply. Best 2 buttons I created. For first button add, I go to properties. Go to events. There is an event. Click event. And I write a method name as calculations. Event hai ye. Click is the event. For that click event, method will be executed by name calculations. Double click on it. Double click. Go to design window again. Select multiply button. Go to properties. Select that event as calculations. Come back. Come back. Here already calculations method is there. Here. Calculations method. Form load event I don't need. It has been automatically generated. So I just cancel it. Chalo, right, I cancel. Okay. Now which method you have? Calculations. Which means whether I click on add or I click on multiply, both will interact with the same method. That is calculations. But now how program should know that you clicked add button, so it has come to calculation. You clicked on multiply button, that has come to calculation. How it should know? For that reason, remember, whenever you click a button, that button information first will be received by this variable called sender. Sender variable. My button, whichever button you click, that button information will be received by sender. And then that sender I'll assign to button class object. Button B equal to sender. The problem is sender is generic type. Button is class object. So right hand side expression, left hand side variable, they are of different types. So then you require to go with casting. That too, to remove this error, I go with explicit casting. Now simply write message box dot show b dot text button is clicked. Bas, that's it. Execute the code. Now you get your required information. See, if I click on add, that add button information will be received by sender. That sender will give that button information to button B object. That button B will display that add button information. If I click multiply, sender will receive multiply, and that multiply button information is copied to button object. See here, click on add. You got a message. Acha, validation is enough. Okay, something else. Click on add button is clicked. Click on multiply, multiply button is clicked. For both of them, it
Okay, the
is
button name is
executing.
coming, right?
That common method is generated now. Importance in this program is for sender variable. Okay, followed now. Chalo, right. We'll stop this session here. I'll share these videos with you so that you can do those two assignments, and tomorrow's class I'll continue with other controls.